Hello, it's me, and I just read your book. I really like the characters, the concept had me hooked, but can I ask a question? I hope that you don't mind. I looked throughout your manuscript and nowhere could I find that specific kind of content that makes me feel alive, the kind of thing that bumps a book star rating up to 5. I'm just wondering, where were the gays? Where were the gays? From the prologue to the epilogue, your book was super straight. It sure would be sensational to have representational. It really isn't super hard to do. Just include the LGBTQIA+. I know what you're thinking. Now hang on a minute. The story that I'm writing doesn't have that stuff in it. Well, I'll stop you there, Dolores. I have another question. If your setting has dragons, then why couldn't it have lesbians and historical fiction? I'll stop you not so fast and remind you, queer people, we existed in the past. So tell me, where were the gays? Where were the gays? It's not the kind of thing you can just leave out nowadays. It sure would be sensational to have representational. It really isn't super hard to do. Just include the LGBTQIA+. I know you might be frightened of not getting it right. Those cancel culture nightmares that keep you up all night, but you can rest your weary head and start to snore when I remind you that's what Google and beta readers are for. Now please don't get me wrong, we don't need you to tell our stories. Please don't be offended, it's just we've been burned before. We just want to see a world where our identity is reflected. And when I read a book where everyone's straight, I feel super dejected. And I cry, where were the gays? Where were the gays? I swear it's not a trend, a fad, a fashion or a phase. It just would be sensational to have representational. I swear it isn't super hard to do. You can do it, I believe in you. Just include the LGBTQIA+. It's really not that hard.